Meet Notaki for me, otherwise known as Mutescape. There were a few issues in the naming department. As the name might imply, my brand new Iron Man can't talk to or otherwise interact with NPCs. That means no shops, no services, no quests, no achievement diaries, and so much more. On top of that, all items used by the account must be obtained either through directly creating it, obtaining it via another skill if the item can't be created, looted from a monster if the item can't be obtained through a skill, or picked up as a world spawn if it can't be obtained through a monster drop. Along the way, there will of course be a few exceptions, but we'll cover those when we get to them. The first major goal for the account, clearing the fight caves and obtaining the fire cape. Let's do it.
1 in 33.3, 10%, 1 in 6. These are the numbers that have ruled my life. 1 in 33.3 chance to get the drop, 10% chance to open the chest, 1 in 6 chance to be teleported away regardless of success or failure to pick the lock. I need a hammer, and these are the little bastards keeping them from me. Last episode, we obtained a pickaxe and unlocked the mining skill, and now we need a way to unlock the smithing skill. With my rule set, the only way for me to obtain a hammer and so many more items is through implings. To capture a baby impling, I need 27 hunter, and to begin training hunter, I need a bird snare. There's only one place in Gielinor where I can obtain a bird snare, and that's the Isle of Souls dungeon chest. It's time to face down the odds. Just banking the ores in this sweet sapphire I got from mining at the end of last episode, and then we're going to use the minigame teleport over to Castle Wars. We're headed over to Ardoyne to thieve from the baker's stall. Shouldn't take too long to hit 28. Don't mind me, just passing through. Hope that 2-decade war works out for you. After quite the walk, we finally made it into Ardoyne. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Ardoyne, Ardun, I've heard it pronounced both ways. I suggest a third way of pronouncing it, Ardugan. Time to contribute to the world hunger crisis. 20 thieving, 25 thieving. Hey, I missed the one level I wasn't supposed to. So this was supposed to be the point where I decided to scout out the dungeon in question, but for some reason the footage turned into a slideshow. I was going to have a great joke here saying, oh, what's the worst thing that could happen? And then cut to where I died to a blue dragon. But it actually turns out that the worst thing that could have happened actually did happen in that I lost the fucking footage. But oh well, we press on. Yep, that's me. You might be wondering how I got here. Fire. That's how. Moving on. Going through that dungeon without any food was a mistake, so I'm going to train up my combat stats a little bit to be able to kill cows without having to run for my life. I was just over here killing chickens, minding my own business. Then at the corner of my eye I saw this dude wrecking the shit out of these cows with a bofa. And I've decided that we're friends now. I died, so I'm gonna go get my stuff back. Let's give this a real attempt this time. Despite losing the footage, I did learn a decent amount by scouting the dungeon first. Inside of the dungeon are a few scary monsters. There are some skeletons, some lesser demons, some blue dragons, and their crotch spawns. And of those monsters, the really scary ones are the blue dragons, who can melt me in a single hit if they decide to use a breath attack. Even then, their max melee hit is nothing to take lightly. Thankfully, the entire dungeon is single combat, so I do have a strategy to get past the blue dragons that doesn't just rely on dumb luck. Starting off, I get hit by this skeleton close to the lesser demons because the skeleton's max hit is significantly lower than theirs, and I prefer to save as much food as possible. Sometimes this doesn't quite go to plan and the lesser demons smack me anyway. By the blue dragons, there are two possibilities. I can either kite the skeleton over near them, get hit by it, and then run through the blue dragons relatively unscathed, or I can get into combat with one of the baby blue dragons and run through after taking damage from them. This is going to be annoying. Oh, come on, I just got here. You might be wondering what the hell I'm doing mining clay right now. Good question. Frankly, I am already sick of killing cows for food. Turns out when you have 13 HP, 3 HP worth of healing doesn't really go all that far. Now, if I could nearly double that amount to, say, 5, I think we'd be in a much better position overall. I want to unlock a new food source in the way of bread, And to make bread on your own, you have to make bread dough by combining a pot of flour and a bucket, bowl, or jug of water. Both components pose their own challenges. To create a pot, you have to combine clay with a container of water to create soft clay, and then the soft clay has to be used on a pottery wheel to create an unfired pot. You can then use the unfired pot on a kiln, and assuming the pot doesn't crack in the oven, you'll receive a perfectly normal, everyday, 1 coin a pop pot. Okay, cool, great. The only hard part of that equation at this point in time is the container of water. My crafting level's too low to make a bowl. Jugs are obtainable, but only by completing level 2 digs at the dig site after completing the second exam during the dig site quest, so that's out. That leaves buckets. And do you want to guess how we can get a bucket in a way that abides by the rules of the account? Thieving! We're doing thieving again. Everything leads back to thieving. Dig site workmen, for whatever the fuck reason, carry around buckets in their pockets. And on a side note, that's also the only way I'm going to be able to get spades, so we're going to be going for one of those too. Oh sweet, there's a rope, I can use that too. And there's an animal skull, which is less than useless to me. Some money. Oh, there we go. That was a lot less painful than I thought it would be. And there's my spade. I don't know why this guy's so mad at me. I'm obviously removing burdens from him. Now to deposit my legally illegal goods and get some clay back. Alright, I'm back in Ardugan because it's one of the few places that has a pottery wheel and a kiln. And I'm just going to use these nice people's tap to fill my bucket and make some soft clay. I'm sure they don't mind. I have so many regrets. Go away, Bob, I'm busy. There we go. All my clay has been softified in record time. I guess this is as good a time as any to talk about random events. As you may or may not be aware, there are 23 random events in the game, and of those, 22 of them require you to talk to an NPC in order to obtain the rewards. As such, 22 of the 23 random events break the most important rule of my account. There is a single random event I'm going to be able to do, and that is picking fruit off of a plant. I made 13 pots, and that got me up to a grand total of 3 crafting. And now, my dear viewer, I present to you Bread, the musical. Bread. Of course I burned the first fucking one. Yep, this is my life now. I'm gonna do this a few more times, get up a decent amount of bread, and then begins the next phase of the plan. While I was in the area, I thought about heading up the Gnome Stronghold to start training up my agility, and then I remembered that agility is the worst skill in the game and promptly left. I just unlocked the best track in the game. What did you get done today? So when I went to the Gnome Stronghold, I forgot that you have to talk to an NPC in order to get in, and yada yada yada, rules, you know the deal by now. So I was thinking about ways to train agility from level 1, and let me tell you how not many of those there are. The method I'm headed to now is the infamous basalt rocks near the lighthouse, and long story short, it didn't go well. I did, however, gain 1 single experience point. Now you might be asking why I'm stealing from the baker's stall again instead of throwing myself at the Isle of Souls dungeon chest repeatedly. Take a walk with me. So earlier when I said there was a 10% chance to successfully pick the lock on the Isle of Souls dungeon chest, I was only telling you half of the story. There is a way to effectively double the chances of successfully opening the chest, and that's with a lockpick. I think you see where this is going. At this stage in my account, lockpicks are only obtainable via the thieving skill, and with 32 thieving, I can pickpocket rogues for a chance to receive a lockpick. So, I'm going to train my thieving to level 32 and head into the wilderness. 32 thieving. One more for good luck. I'm going to drop everything except for the last 3 bread in my inventory. I grabbed those from the bank chest for when I would hit 33 thieving to bring with me into the wilderness, and I kind of forgot there's a bank chest already at Ferox Enclave. Now for the scary part. I'm going to use the minigame teleport to go to Last Man Standing, and then we'll go from there. Ideally, I'd like to be able to use this obelisk to teleport directly to Rogue's Castle. Come on, let's do it. Wrong. Nope. Closer, but not great. Negatory. Oh shit. Panic teleport. Panic teleport. Eat the bread. Survive. Come on, you got this. Fuck. Walk of shame. 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 My bread is not here. Alright, let's give this another shot. Nope. Oh shit. No. I learned my lesson the last time. Thank you very much. No. Nope. Still no. Wrong. Still wrong. Fuck it. I'm walking. Stupid obelisks making me use my legs. And now there are spiders biting my ankles. Wonderful. Great. I love it. Alright, I finally made it. I'm not locked in here with you. You're locked in here with me. I was in fact locked in here with him. Oh, now you take me directly there. I'm locked in here with you again. That's what I'm talking about. Now to get out of here and never come back again. You're not funny. That's what I thought. While I wait for my minigame teleport cooldown, I figured I should kill some more cows to train up my defense and get some food in the process. I doubt there's going to be such a thing as too much food for this. Just going to sort out this inventory. I don't want to bring too much food with me just in case I die. I'd rather not lose it. It represents literal minutes of my life. Alright, same process as last time. Let's do this. Damn it. Motherfucker. Made it back with no food. Oh, cool, that's nice. This is actually the only way I can obtain a Choco Bar in the account. Yep, okay, alright, I needed more food anyway. Stop giving me death runes. You think you are so clever. Stupid chest thinks it can out-stubborn me. That's fine, I don't want bird snares anyway. If I run out of food this time, I have to get more. Come on, just let me have this. Oh, shit! I wasn't actually being serious. I thought you were going to fuck me over again. Alright, cool. Neat, thanks. Well, distinguished members of the audience, you all know what this means. Next episode, we officially begin the Hunter Grind.